derivation called minimum number of teeth on gear to avoid interference and minimum number of teeth on pinion to avoid the interference. So yesterday we discussed what is interference, correct? So when the two gears are mesh, if they are going to overlap or it going to remove the material of the teeth, then that is called there is interference. So when both teeth are going to be move at equal velocity ratio, then there is no interference going to occur. When it is not going to be occur, then there is a interference. Therefore, in order to avoid that interference, what may be the minimum teeth required on the gear as well as pinion? How to calculate that? For that we are going to derive one equation. So that is the derivation is called minimum number of teeth on gear to avoid interference as well as minimum teeth on the pinion to avoid the interference. So this is also one of the very important derivations. For this also they consider the same type of diagram what we consider for the path of contact. You can see upper one is the gear, bottom is called pinion. Pinion will be the driver member, gear is the driven member, and this is dedendum circle, and this is pitch circle of the gear, and this is addendum circle of the gear. Similarly, this is dedendum or base circle of the pinion, this is the pitch circle of the pinion, and this one is the addendum circle of the pinion. When these two pitch circle of the gear and pinion going to meet at common point, that point is called as P, that is called pitch point. And also you can see in the diagram here capital R is the radius of the pitch circle of gear and small r is the radius of the pitch circle of the pinion. And also there is a common tangent line they drawn, that is mn will intersect at the mn will pass through the addendum circle of the pinion as well as gear, and this mn tangent line where it cut the dedendum circle, pinion dedendum circle, that point called as m, and where this mn will pass through the dedendum circle of the gear is called n, that intercept point called n. Therefore we can call mn is the path of contact, mp is the path of approach, pn is the path of recess, and totally mn we can call as path of contact. And where this phi we can call as pressure angle, and when it is going to be passed through this dedendum circle, this tangent line, and that is normal to this normal line, that is O to M is the normal to this tangent, and similarly O1 N is the normal to this tangent Mn. Same concept of previously what we consider for the um, path of contact derivation. Let's see now. Pinion turns clockwise and drives the gear shown in figure. Points M and are the called interference points. If the contact take place behind Mn, interference will occur. That means this is the maximum contact point. In more, if you cross this point, there is a interference going to be occur. Therefore, limiting value of addendum circle radius of pinion is O to N, and limiting value of addendum circle radius of the gear is O1 M. Therefore, by considering the critical addendum circle radius of gear, the limiting number of teeth on the gear to be calculated. That means by this is the critical points of Mn. If you cross this Mn, there will be a interference occur. Therefore, with respect to this Mn, this is the radius of the addendum capital R, and this is the radius of the pinion small r. If you increase this R capital R small r, there is a interference occurs. Therefore, using this critical value, we need to find what is the minimum number of gear and teeth as well as pinion. First we consider the minimum number of teeth required to avoid the interference on the gear. For that they consider some of the terms. Let me see what are those notations. Phi is the pressure angle, capital R is the pitch circle radius of the gear, that equal to mt divided by 2, mt divided by 2. Then R is the pitch circle radius of the pinion is equal to mt divided by 2, where m means what? Module, capital T means number of teeth on the gear, small t means number of teeth on pinion, number of teeth on pinion. Why, how we got this one? Yesterday we discussed what is that module? What is module? That is pitch circle diameter D divided by T. Pitch circle diameter D divided by number of teeth T. Therefore, D means what we can call as? We can call as 2 times of radius, correct? 2 times of capital R divided by T. Therefore, I required capital R. Capital R means how we'll get? M, small m into T divided by 2. That is what we got. Similarly, for the pinion, it is small mt divided by 2, where T is capital T is the number of teeth on gear and small t is the number of teeth on pinion. And also, AW is the addendum constant for the gear. AP is the addendum constant for the pinion. AWM is the addendum of gear. APM is the addendum pinion, and G is the gear ratio, that is called capital T by small t. So these are the notation. Understood these notations? By consider this notation, we are going to calculate minimum number of teeth on gear as well as pinion. First, we consider on the gear. What is saying that join O1 to M. Consider the triangle O1MP. You see here, O1, yeah, O1 to M. O1 to M. This is a dotted line. You can see this is a O1 and M is here. By considering this, we consider the triangle O1MP. Where is O1MP? This is O1MP. You can see that triangle, no? Now this is not a right angle triangle. You can observe now this is O1MP is not a right angle triangle. Therefore, it can't be applied any Pythagoras rule or this trigonometric rule. Now for this, they are going to apply the cosine rule. They're saying that apply the cosine rule. So what is cosine rule? This is the cosine rule. O1m square is equal to O1p square plus pm square minus 2 times of O1p pm cos O1p pm. Okay, here we are going to apply the cosine rule for this triangle O1MP. For this cosine rule, we are going to apply, that is O1m square is equal to O1p square plus pm square minus 2 O1p pm cos O1 pm. Now you can simplify this. O1p square plus anyone O1p square plus pm. So what is pm? We can called as pm, we called as O2p square O2p sin phi. How? By considering this triangle, here they're saying by considering triangle O2PM, PM is equal to O2P sin phi. Where is the triangle? That O2PM. This is the triangle. This is a right angle triangle. Therefore, we can apply the trigonometric rule. Again, same thing. You can identify which is opposite. This is the opposite. Half. Opposite, and 90-degree opposite line is this one. Therefore, this is hypotenuse and this is the adjacent. Therefore, we know sine rule. If you apply sine rule, become opposite by hypotenuse. That is MP divided by O2P. Therefore, MP become sine phi into O2P. That is what they are applied here. MP or PM is equal to O2P sine phi. Close me. Close my close my other calendar. Click on other calendar. Therefore, in place of O2 PM or MP square, we can apply this O2P square sine square phi minus O1P. Again, PM we can apply the O2P sine phi into cos. What we can apply here for this O1 angle O1 PM. O1 PM. This is one. What we can apply, we can call this angle P as 90-degree plus phi. You can see now 90-degree plus phi. For this triangle, this angle we can call as 90 plus phi. Therefore, this cos 90 plus phi we can call as sin phi, correct? Therefore, O1p square plus O2P square sine phi. This cos 90 plus 5 we can call it as minus sine phi. Therefore, minus of minus become plus 2O1P O2P sine phi into sine phi become sine square phi. You got it? How we got the sine phi here? Because cos 95 we can call it as minus sine phi. Therefore, minus minus become plus. Therefore, sine phi into sine phi becomes sine square phi. According to the diagram, what we called as O1P, O1P we can call it as capital R. That is radius of the pitch circle radius of the gear. Plus O2P we can call it as small r. That is pinion radius into sine square phi plus O1P means capital R into O2P means small r sine square phi. Therefore, you can take r square is common. Therefore, here 1 is left. Here r square divided by r square, small r square divided by capital R square sine square phi plus 2 capital R into small r divided by r square will be there. Therefore, 1 r and 1 r capital R get cancelled. That is become 2r divided by r sine square phi. Therefore, again further you simplify this, r square into 1 plus, again you can observe now in this bracket based on this two second term and third term, again we can take what common, small r divided by capital R sine square phi is the common. If you take that is a common, here 1 r will be left, that is small r divided by capital R plus 2 will be left on the third term. Understood this? First you take capital R square common and next you take small r divided by capital R sine square phi common. Therefore, O1m, in the left hand side what is there? O1m square is there. Therefore, this square you transfer to the right hand side in the next step. Therefore, that is become root. We can call it as 1 by 2. What is capital R? We consider module T, capital T divided by 2. That you substitute now. And also small r means what we consider small m into T divided by 2. Therefore, you substitute that capital R is m into T divided by 2. 1 plus small r means what we can substitute? Small r means we can substitute small m T divided by 2 divided by, again what is there? Capital R. Capital R means small m capital T divided by 2. So therefore, here m get cancelled, 2 get cancelled. Then what is left? Small t divided by capital T. That is what here. You can observe now. Small t divided by capital T sine square phi. Again, r by capital R we can call, what we can call as small t divided by t, because m and 2 get cancels, plus 2 whole to the power of 1 by 2. 1 by 2 nothing but root. Therefore, next step, mt divided by 2, 1 plus, what is small t divided by capital T? We can call, in the beginning we consider here gear ratio. Gear ratio is capital T divided by small t. Therefore, here small t divided by capital T become 1 over g sine square phi. Here also 1 over g plus 2 whole to the power of 1 over 2. That is root. Therefore, let's call this equation number as 1. And also we consider O1m as, you can see now, I clear the drawing. O1m as O1p plus addendum of the gear. See now, in this O1m as O1p. O1p means what? Capital R plus this distance. That is, this distance is addendum of the gear. What is addendum of the gear? They consider AW into module. AW into module. This O1m distance we can call as capital R plus AWM. That is what we written here. Therefore, capital R means what you can substitute again? MT divided by 2 plus AW plus AW into M. This, let's call this equation number 2. Now substitute this 2 in 1 in place of O1M, that is left hand side. Therefore, or equate 1 and 2. Equate 1 and 2. You now simplification next step. What is the simplification? So next simplification is this MT divided by 2 take to the right hand side. Therefore, and also take m is a common. When you take, when you transfer mt divided by to the this side, that is become minus mt minus m capital T divided by 2. In this you can take m common, therefore 1 m and 1 m get cancelled. Then what is left? Aw is equal to T by 2 1 plus 1 by g sine square phi 1 by g plus 2 all to the power of 1 by 2 minus T by 2. This m and this m get cancels by taking m. Therefore left hand side m, right hand side m is going to be cancels. Therefore next step simplification is, here T by 2 is there, here also T by 2 is there, that you taken common. If you take common, that is become 1 plus 1 by g sine square phi 1 over g plus 2 all to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. Therefore number of teeth, finally we require number of teeth on the gear. Therefore number of teeth on the gear to avoid interference is equal T is equal to what? 2 times of AW divided by this much term. T is equal to 2 times the cross multiply 2 times of AW, 2 times of AW divided by this much term. Now this will give the, if you substitute all this AW value, G value and phi value, you will get how many number of teeth should be there on the gear to avoid the interference. Now suppose I need to find similarly on the pinion, how many number of teeth should be there on the pinion is by taking the gear ratio. T is equal to capital D by G. Directly we will get it. By easy way you can get it. Suppose if teeth on the pinion is same as the teeth on the gear, then what is become? Capital T equal to small t. Then what is G become? 1. Therefore in that case capital T become nothing but small t is equal to 2AW. G means what we can call as 1. Here also 1. Now if we simplify this, this is 1 plus 3, that is become 3. 3 times of 1 plus 3 times of sine square phi all to the power of 1 by 2 minus 1. This is the case when both pinion and teeth having the same teeth. And this is the equation when gear and teeth are not having the same teeth. So this complete the derivation. To avoid the interference, what may be the minimum number of teeth should be there on the gear as well as pinion. That is contact ratio. The contact ratio is nothing but length of path of contact divided by base pitch. What is length of path of contact means? Base pitch means we can call it as pi m into cos phi, and also length of contact we can call it as arc of contact into cos phi, which is derived in the second derivation. Therefore cos phi get cancels. Therefore what is will be left? Arc of contact divided by pi m. Again pi m means what we can call as PC. So this is the contact ratio we can calculate as arc of contact divided by circular pitch. That means this is the equation you have to be memorized. Now this complete the theory part in entire spur gear. Now we are moving to the next tomorrow numerical problems. For that we required some of the equations, formulas. So there are, you can see there are listed the formulas here. Totally there are 36 formulas are there. Some of the things we derived, some of the things we are not derived. Directly equation you have to be memorized. These 36 equations you have to be memorized, or formulas you have to memorize to solve the problems. Tomorrow we are going to continue with the numerical problems. Till that you have to go through once again all this derivation part what we done today as well as yesterday's sessions.